Hello, it's our IELTS speaking test.
Hello.
So let's start with the first question. Where was the last place you visited on holiday?
The last place I visited was the United States, and I went to New York and Los Angeles. To be honest, it was absolutely fascinating. New York completely amazed me, with its energy and the diversity. There is always something happening there. Los Angeles, on the other hand, had this relaxed and the sunny vibe that made me feel like I was in a movie. I spent time exploring local restaurants, visiting museums, and just soaking up the atmosphere. It was like honestly one of the most inspiring trips I have ever taken.
So the next question is, would you like to go back there again?
Oh, definitely. I would go back in the heat. There are just some things about New York that draws me in. Maybe it is the creativity or the feeling that anything is possible there. I would love to visit again, not just as a tourist, but maybe as a student. Because since I am planning to do my master's in the USA, it will be amazing to experience the culture more deeply and build new chapter of my life there.
What kind of tourist destinations do you usually prefer?
Well, it really depends on my mood, but generally I prefer places that combine both culture and the nature. I love exploring cities that have strong cultural identity, where I can visit museums, enjoy local food, and interact with people. But at the same time, I needed moments time for peace of and the quiet. So I often choose destinations surrounded by nature, like mountains, lakes, or somewhere I can just disconnect and recharge. For me, travel is not just about sightseeing, it's about experiencing something meaningful.
Has a foreign visitor ever stayed at your home?
Yes, actually. A few years ago, a friend of mine from the USA that came to stay with my family for a couple of days and while visiting Kazakhstan. It was such a nice experience. We showed for displayed for her around the city, introduced her to Kazakh traditions, and of course my mom cooked some traditional dishes like delicious bishparmak and the baursats. She absolutely loved them. It was really special to share our culture in such a personal way. It reminded me how powerful hospitality can be, bringing people together.
No, thank you. Now our speaking section is over.
Hello, let's start our speaking test. Okay, the
Hello.
first questions. Okay, what do you usually do in your free time?
In my free time, I usually prefer to spend my time in the right order, like relax, and also I prefer reading interesting books at home, and also I love learn new languages. Now I'm studying German. So in my free time, I spend more time learning German language.
Okay, great. Okay, do you prefer to spend time alone or with others?
Actually, this depends on my mood because sometimes I prefer spend my time with my friends. I like to have some fun with them. But sometimes I stay at home. Like I mentioned before, I like reading books. So by staying at home, I just read my books and learn a language. So I can, by doing these activities, can do all my favorite things.
Okay, so how often do you try new activities?
Activities. It can sometimes. All it also depends on my mood. Like Sometimes I try to find new things on internet. Maybe sometimes I think maybe these things can help me to improve myself, like a language learner. Some influencers or teachers some offer different kinds of like techniques to study a language. So I just add them to my activity list, and I just try to do when I am learning my language. So sometimes my hobby day I spend my time like this.
Okay, so last question, is it important to have hobbies and why or why not?
From my perspective, it's very important for a person to have uh, hobbies. Like every person have different kinds of hobbies. It can be like educational or some music or art. But anyways, it's important to having hobbies. Why? Because by doing your lovely activities, you can develop yourself, your knowledge, and also you can improve different kinds of skills. And also in modern uh, world, it's important to have different kinds of activities. So yes, it's very important and crucial for a person.
Okay, thank you so much for the answers. It was a great communication with you.
Thank you.